Hey you guys, welcome back for another video. You know what, this is a really exciting day for our family. It is a family birthday party. My niece is turning 7 and we are all dressed up for a birthday party later today. Eli will be joining us. He's just not here right now, he's busy in the other room. But I thought this would be a great opportunity to interview my kids about the real struggles of choosing to be countercultural in our eating. So if you followed the channel at all for the last few months, my husband and I eat carnivore and our kids eat KetoVore. So if you don't know what KetoVore means, it means we do allow them fruit, a little bit of yogurt, and then meat products, everything that they love to eat. So, and they eat zero processed food. So no snack crackers, or we don't even eat grain in our house. And so we've been thriving on this way of eating, but there are difficulties when literally 99% of the world eats differently than you. So in this video, I am going to be interviewing these kiddos right over here, and my little guy in a second, about what has been really hard for them, because our family chooses to eat this way. But then also I am going to be giving you encouragement, hopefully giving you some ideas on how to teach your kids over their lifetime, how this will just become a better and easier habit. It's okay. All right, so I'm here with my 6.5-year-old Mia. You say hi.
Hi.
And she loves to get dressed up for parties. And so Mia, what has been the hardest thing about eating carnivore or KetoVore for you? Talk a little loud. Come over.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
So how about this? When it's a holiday or we go to someone's birthday party and there's lots of food, is there anything that worries you about that?
No.
No, that's good. Do you like eating carnivore and KetoVore?
Yes.
Yes. Why? Why do you like eating that way? Because it's tasty. What's your favorite thing to eat? Cheeseburgers. And we eat a lot of homemade cheeseburgers here at home. So when we go to your cousin's birthday party today, does mommy and daddy, do we let you eat whatever you want?
No.
No. Does that make you feel bad, or are you okay with it? Now, I will say at our family parties, not a single one of our family members eat the way we do. None of them eat keto, none of them eat carnivore. And so there's no judgment in that, and that's their personal choice, and that's how my husband and I grew up. But if there is fresh fruit, we gear our kids towards fresh fruit. If there is cheese or like a sausage tray or something like that, we'll gear our kids towards that. And you know, of course there'll be like crackers with it. We will allow our kids to have a couple crackers with it. We're not going to be like, no, you can't eat that. No, you can't eat that. But you know, if there are better choices, we are going to steer them that direction. And then if there are really poor choices that just don't align with our family's eating habits, we will significantly limit it and say you can have one, or you know, you can have 1 cup of punch and that's it. You're gonna have water for the rest of the time. And so we are being restrictive, but we're not just saying completely no. So when you eat a bunch of that food at a party, how does it make you feel afterwards? Do you feel kind of like your tummy hurts, or you feel like you're too full, or no? You don't think so? Do you have like diarrhea or yucky poops the next day? Not for you? That's good. That's good. But do you know why we eat the way we eat? Because mommy and daddy talk about it all the time. No, 6.5-year-old doesn't know, but that's okay. All right, but I'm glad you like the way we eat, right? You say it's delicious, and do you miss all those snack foods or not really? Not really? Good girl. I love you. All right, so this is Eli, and he is 5.5. And Eli, when you go to birthday parties, do you ever miss all of the snack foods that you can normally eat? No? Why is that?
Because it's bad for you.
Because it's bad for you, right? What are your favorite foods to eat when you're at a party or a holiday?
Cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers or some type of meat? That's awesome. Sometimes does mommy and daddy let you eat some sweets while we're at a party? Yeah, we do. But do we let you eat all the sweets and all the chips and all of the things? No, but we get to have a little bit, right? Now, how does your tummy feel when you eat a bunch of junk food? Blech. Why does it feel that way? Because you've been eating too much. Do you have a hard time saying no to junk food? Yeah, like you just want to keep eating it and eating it and eating it, eating it. So buddy, do you miss eating all the cookies and the crackers and all that kind of stuff?
No, really.
No, not really? What's your favorite kind of things to eat at home?
Like steak and homemade pizza.
Steak and homemade pizza? I know, it's really delicious, isn't it? I know you're a bacon boy too. Yeah, you are. So Eli, do you wish we were going back to eating all that junk food, or are you glad that we eat carnivore and KetoVore?
Glad that we KetoVore and Carnivore.
Do you think your eczema rashes are better now that we don't eat any of the grain and lots of sugar? Yeah, it is, and that is the best part, isn't it? High five. Awesome, thank you.
Bye. Next turn.
All right, so now I have my 9.5-year-old. This is Eden. And I will say personally, since going carnivore, keto with my kids, I saw the biggest difference in her with the inflammation in her body. So even though she didn't lose weight, which we don't want our kids losing weight, I literally saw like her body and her face, her legs and arms, even her abdomen a lot just like shrink. And so just all that excess inflammation in her body, like her overall body frame got a lot thinner, though she didn't lose any weight. So that was really interesting. So Eden, what has been the hardest part about going carnivore, KetoVore? She's a soft speaker.
Probably, I'm not really sure. It's probably not eating all the junk food that we used to eat.
Yes, you love eating junk food, don't you?
Like just going in the store, seeing wheat thins on the shelves, like, can I get those?
I know, wheat thins. Yeah, seeing all that processed food and knowing that we no longer shop the aisles, we just shop the perimeter of the store, right? So there's still, you still feel tempted by those foods, don't you? And it's okay. When this video airs, we'll be 6 to 8 months into carnivore, and that is still real. Like those foods did taste really good, didn't they? But what are mommy and daddy, what are we trying to teach you with our food choices?
That those are really bad for you. And
How so? How are they bad? Because we don't just say it's bad, we tell you why it's bad.
all the preservatives and sugar makes you overweight and
Gives
sick.
you diseases, you get sick more often, right? When you're eating all those processed foods that are made in factories, and yeah, it's true. If you could have one thing, processed food back, what would it be?
That's a really hard hard question.
She was my biggest junk food junkie, so I know that this has been hard for her. You literally have lived 9 years of your life eating a standard American diet. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay if you don't know. If something pops in your head, you can just say. Do you like eating this way in our house?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's not normal, but I like it. It's nice.
It's normal for us, right?
Yeah.
But we know our friends and all of our family don't eat like we do, right? And do you find that difficult when you're around friends and family that don't eat the way we do?
Sometimes it is hard to not crave what they're eating.
Right, right. But when we are with friends and family, sometimes we will choose to eat what they're eating, right? But maybe in moderation, right?
Okay.
Oh, what does moderation mean? It means like limited. So let's say there is a big bowl of chips at grandma's house or something. I will let you guys have a couple of chips, right? But I'm not gonna let you eat the whole bowl, so in moderation, right? So I talk to you because you understand the most about how your body feels when you're eating processed food now that we're pretty acclimated to eating just all natural. So when there's a holiday or a big birthday party and we let you guys enjoy a slice of cake, we'll let you enjoy maybe a cup of punch.
I don't like their punch.
That's okay. It's okay. If you don't like punch, we don't have it.
Because I don't like carbonated things.
Yeah, you don't like carbonated drinks, and that's okay. But when you do choose, when it's a holiday and things like that, when we're feasting, we're celebrating with our family, and you go ahead and eat what you would like, what usually happens to you the next day?
I can't really remember, but it's...
Do you have problems in the bathroom? Sometimes.
I don't know.
Is it embarrassing? I know, it's embarrassing, it's okay. Or maybe your tummy feels off, or you feel really bloated.
I'm not sure.
She's being shy. This is my child and along with Eli, like they will have like diarrhea the next day, or they just feel bloated and like really over full for a long period of time. And so, Mommy and Daddy, we talk about how foods make you feel, right? And so eating keto and carnivore, how does your body feel? Does it feel good? Does it ever feel yucky? Does it ever make you feel like super tired after you've eaten anything?
No, but you probably can feel like that if you eat too much.
Well, in general, right? If you eat too much, you're gonna feel really full. Absolutely. So do you regret, do you regret us choosing to change the way we're eating?
No.
Good. So this just popped in my head and I wanted to make sure I got it in the video. When I know we're going to be going to someone's house, maybe it's a party, usually typically like if I know it's gonna be a long gathering or some type of party where I know there's gonna be literally zero options for myself, my husband, or my kids to eat. What we will do is we will eat before we go. So that is always another option to try to help you in moderating. And I know it's helped my husband and I fight those cravings of, when you're smelling mozzarella sticks or you're, things like that. If you and your family eat before you go, the foods that you know are best, you're gonna be full, you're not going to be craving that food. And then also, it just popped in my head, really teaching, which we've been consistently doing, about what is a true hunger cue. Do you actually feel hunger in your stomach, or are you having an emotional response to the food around you? And I think that is one of, maybe the hardest things to teach yourself, and it may take months or years to really understand. Food is emotional. And so when teaching my kids and also teaching myself, am I truly hungry right now? Do I need to step out of the room? And do I need to eat before I go? That has been really helpful for my family on this journey. All right, you guys, so all three of you.
One, two,
No.
three.
So what do you guys think is your favorite part about going carnivore, KetoVore?
I think it's our homemade pizza.
It's our homemade pizza.
Like the quesadilla wrapped it.
The quesadilla dippers that we do. Okay.
That was the best night, Mama.
That was the best night. We had that last night. It was tasty. We will, yeah, we can make a video about that. We will. What about you, Eden?
I have a lot of favorite foods in our new diet.
Lots of favorite foods, so
Yes.
that's great. Go ahead, list them off.
I like the carnivore pizza. I like having fruits.
Fruits, yeah.
I like having
Bacon, eggs. I like a lot of that stuff.
Yes. So we definitely love meat in our house. We love cheese. The kids mostly eat berries because they have the lowest sugar content with the highest nutrient content. But no one's crying, no one's whining. They're not really missing their processed food. We do allow the kids to indulge during holidays and things like that, and then we get right back on the bandwagon literally the very next day.
Yes.
But we definitely steer them towards better choices when we are celebrating birthdays and fun events with our family. All right, so if you are making a really conscious effort to start eliminating processed food from your family's diet, please, I will link below a few videos that I have made of our family's process of eliminating food, and also the brain science behind what these companies are using to get you to buy their products and why it's so hard to break. But I will tell you, I am so grateful that I finally just took the leap and I did it. We buy zero processed food in our house, no dips, no chips, no nothing. We literally shop the perimeter of the grocery store, and that is it. But my kids have really adapted to it so well. And there are going to be times when it is really hard when you go to a restaurant and there's virtually nothing on the menu that your kids can eat because it's deep fried. But try steakhouses. My Eden over here, she was just whispering behind the camera. What did you say? Go to where?
Longhorn.
Go to Longhorn Steakhouse because they have amazing what? Burgers, cheeseburgers.
And they have amazing steak.
And they have
never tried it.
And so
That's what Bobby does.
when we do go to restaurants, we always tell our kids you have to order meat that isn't fried, so it's typically a cheeseburger. We do allow them to eat the bun, and that's, you know, like the treat or whatever. But even after the kids eat the bun, sometimes they do end up having, oh, can you turn off? Let's turn that way. But sometimes even after my kids have eaten the bun at a restaurant, they will have some type of GI issue afterwards, and it's because of the preservatives of the buns and whatever else. And so once you've truly eliminated the toxins and the chemicals and the preservatives from your diet, your body can no longer tolerate it. And so some people better than others can tolerate, you know, having these things little by little. I'll tell you personally, for myself, I cannot eat grain anymore. So I was just out of town for a homeschool convention, and we went to a Texas Roadhouse, and those buns, man, as a former bread addicted human, and the butter, I indulged. I had 2 rolls, and my lower GI, I had ever so slight moments of like stabbing pain in my lower GI, and my face broke out the next day really bad. The inflammation that grain does to your body, and so I'm still, because that was just 2 weeks ago, I'm still dealing with, like, 2 weeks later, breakouts on my cheeks from eating that bread. And it took about a day and a half for my abdomen to just feel better after eating that bread. But this is just a slow process, 1 day at a time, of introducing your family to a proper human diet, as Dr. Ken Berry would say. And just think about it, back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, we didn't have all of these foods that everyone currently eats now, and we didn't have as much of the diseases that we have now and the metabolic issues. And so if you just go back to just eating keto and not eating processed food, just eating whole natural foods, your health is going to be amazing. So I hope you found this video beneficial, and if you have any questions or comments, please comment below. If you don't have anything kind to say, because it does trigger me, I'm just gonna let you know, when people are terribly mean and judge me for how I'm raising my children. This is to help other people. If you don't agree with how I choose to raise my family, I'm totally okay with it. But don't spread hate and negativity in the comments below, because it's not helping me and it's definitely not helping you. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.